Okay, so you've been doing the right thing for years, right? Maybe even decades, socking away money for retirement. You probably have a number in your head, that big nest egg number. But here's a different question. Do you know what your actual paycheck is going to look like when the work stops? That's what we're going to dig into today.
And yeah, that leads us right to the big one. The question that, let's be honest, probably keeps a lot of us up at night. Is that retirement paycheck, is it really going to be enough? Enough for the life you've been working so hard for? To even begin to answer that, we have to look at the foundation of your retirement income. A great way to think about it is like a sturdy table, you know? It needs to be supported by four main pillars to be solid. Let's break down what those are.
All right, so the first three, they're probably no surprise to you. You've heard of Social Security, you know about your pension, and you've definitely got your 401k or IRA savings. But that fourth one? The safe money indexed strategy? That's the one that most people have never had explained to them clearly. And honestly, it could be the real key to feeling secure. So why is it so important to know about all four of these pillars? Well, because for a lot of folks, just relying on the first three, it isn't going to cut it. There's often a gap between the income you think you'll have and what you'll actually need. Let's really look at this idea of a retirement gap. So what exactly is a retirement income gap? It's actually super simple. It's just the difference between the money you'll need every month to live the way you want and the money your retirement paycheck is actually set up to provide. And a picture really makes this hit home, doesn't it? On the left, that tall bar is the income you need. On the right, that shorter bar is what your current plan projects you'll have. And that space in between? That's the gap. Seeing it like this for a lot of people is a real uh-oh moment. So if you find out you have a gap, what happens then? Well, it kind of boils down to three realities, three choices. Option one, you just live on less money, tighten the belt. Option two, you work longer. Not always the dream, right? Or there's option three, the one we want to focus on. You figure out how to save more wisely. Now, as you're trying to close that gap, you've got these two big battles you're fighting, whether you realize it or not. The first is inflation. That's the silent enemy that just quietly makes your money buy less and less over time. The second, future taxes. Because we all know, it's not what you make, it's what you get to keep. Okay, so this brings us right to the heart of it. If saving more wisely is the goal, then we've got to understand our options. And when you boil it all down, there are really three main ways people save money. Let's compare them. On one hand, you have fixed accounts, think CDs or savings accounts. They feel super safe, but the growth is so low that inflation is probably eating away at your buying power. Then you have market accounts, stocks, mutual funds. The growth potential is high for sure, but so is the risk of a market crash, and a big loss can totally derail your retirement. That's what makes this third option so interesting. And here it is. This is that missing piece for so many retirement plans, the index strategy. The whole idea is to find that sweet spot, a balance between the potential for growth and the need for safety. So how in the world does it work? It's actually a pretty cool concept. When the market goes up, you participate in that growth. You get credited interest. But, and this is the game changer, when the market goes down, you don't lose. You might just get a 0% return, which acts as a floor, protecting your principal from any market loss. And this is why we have a little saying, zero is your hero. Seriously, think about it. When the market is taking a nosedive and your friends are freaking out about their 20% losses, you get a zero. That's not just okay, that's a huge win. It means your principal, your hard-earned money is safe and sound. And it's not just about avoiding losses. It's also about being smart with taxes. See, your money can be taxed now, tax-deferred, or potentially tax-advantaged. An index strategy, when it's structured the right way inside a specific vehicle, can potentially give you tax-deferred growth and even a tax-free retirement income stream. Pretty powerful stuff. So this is where we take all this theory and make it real. Because the whole point of this isn't just to learn stuff, it's about finding your personal path to clarity. Because a real paycheck preview has nothing to do with general rules of thumb. It's all about looking at your numbers, your pension, your savings. It's about getting a totally personalized snapshot of what your future paycheck is going to look like. And to do that, you'll want to pull together a few key pieces of info. Things like your pension estimate, your latest Social Security statement, what your current account balances are, and how much you're contributing. Oh, and of course, when you actually want to retire. This is the stuff that turns a vague hope into a concrete plan. So if you're sitting there thinking, I need to see my own numbers,
Well, here's how you do it. Super simple. You can schedule a Zoom call today. You can just click to call James Stuart directly, or you can fill out a really quick pre-Zoom form. Any of those three ways will get you started on getting that peace of mind you're looking for. Look, don't leave something this important to chance. Get the clarity you need with James Stuart. He's an independent pension and retirement specialist. It's really time to stop wondering and start planning for the retirement you actually deserve.